Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for another exciting episode of Stacking Adventures. Today is Saturday, April 3rd, 2021. This is Season 5, Episode number 2, and the presentation today is called Bought Ersatz Gold. So here's our presentation, Bought Ersatz Gold. But before we get started, I just want to show you this one coin here that I have. This is a €5 coin. It's a copper coin from Austria. It says here Republic Österreich. And I bought this one. It's at the Austrian Mint. And this is in favor for Easter Sunday. Yesterday was Good Friday. So tomorrow's Easter Sunday. So if you look at here, this has got the rabbit on it, or the hare. So this is in honor of Easter Sunday. If I can get this thing to show the right color. But anyway, this is a very famous coin or painting. I'll show you the original painting it came from. It's called the Feldhazer, or the Field Hare, or the Younger Hare. It's by an artist named Albert Dürer in 1502. And it's a very famous painting because this was like, almost looks like a photograph. But this is in 1502. It was like 300 years before they had cameras. So he made this very detailed painting, and no one ever saw anyone do that before. So that was the Younger Hare there. So now let's get started with our presentation here. So what is exactly is Ersatz Gold? So, well, I'll show you what, if you speak any German, you know that Ersatz means a replacement or substitute. So what I'm doing is this is a replacement or substitute for gold. It's just temporary. Because I'll show you what the problem I have is here. Is the high premiums on physical gold. If you go over to try to buy some gold now, you'll pay these ridiculous premiums. I think I looked at a quarter-ounce gold coin. It was like 25%. So the alternative is to buy a gold ETF, which tracks the spot price of gold. So then the plan then is to buy gold shares in ETF now, and then when the premium comes down, right, you can replace the coin with a gold coin. I'll show you how that works. So you see how that works? You just you take the Ersatz gold coin, and it gets magically transformed into a actual gold coin. So that's our presentation is going to be about today. So so last week I did, or a couple of weeks ago, I came upon these gold ETFs. I narrowed down to 3 of them: Spider Gold Shares, iShares Gold Trust, and Spider Gold Mini Shares. And actually, the difference between them is the expense ratio. The GLD was 0.4%, the IAU was 0.25%, and GLDM was 0.18%. So GLDM wins there. But I originally picked IAU because it had a longer track record. But I changed my mind. I actually switched over to this GLDM. So I originally bought some IAU, but switched to GLDM. And the reason I did that is if you buy 100 shares of GLDM, it's closer to 1 troy ounce of gold. And I'll just show you how that works here. If you look here, this is the web page for the Spider Gold shares. And if you look right down here, you see that the trust they have 2,331,794.52 ounces of gold, which comes out to about 72 tons of gold. And the number of shares outstanding is 234,300,000 shares as of April 1st, which was Thursday, I think. So if I go and just divide those numbers out, let me see if I can find that here. Here it is here. So if I take the number of ounces in the trust is 2.3 million, and the number of shares is 234.3 million, divide that, I get 0.00995,217 troy ounces per share in GLDM. And multiply by 100 for 100 shares. It's about 0.995 troy ounces for 100 shares. Or if you actually want 1 troy ounce, you have to get 100.48 shares. But if I buy 100 shares of this, it's like buying an ounce of gold. So I could buy like 50 shares, it's like buying half an ounce. 25 shares would be like buying a quarter ounce, or I could buy just 10 shares, and it's like a tenth of an ounce of gold. But what exactly kind of gold do they have in there? They don't have gold coins. They actually have these bars. I'll show you these bars here. This is a picture. They keep their gold. I believe it's in, some is in London, some is in New York. So to keep that gold, this is a gold vault at the Bank of England in London. And you see there's all these gold bars. And here's another picture I'll show you here. So here's Queen Elizabeth II. You see she's there like counting all of her gold and making sure all the gold bars she has are right there. And that's where they keep the gold there. But I'll tell you what do these gold bars look like? How big are they? This is kind of what a gold bar looks like up close. And they weigh about 400 troy ounces, which comes out to about 27 pounds for each gold bar. But they're called London Good Delivery bars, and they have a specification. So I'll show you what the specification is on it is. They have to have a certain minimum fineness of 995 parts per 1,000. They need certain marks on it, like the serial number. Every bar has a serial number. It has a refiner's hallmark, has the fineness, which would be like 0.995, and the year of manufacture. And they have to have a gold content between 350 and 430 troy ounces. But I believe they typically try to get around 400 ounces. Now, if you think about it, why don't they make it like exactly 400 troy ounces? Well, it's kind of hard to make a bar that's exactly 400. You have to have some extra steps involved. If you just pour like, if you wanted to pour 400 ounce exactly, you'd have to pour a little bit over and then machine down using a milling machine to get it down to exactly 400 troy ounces. So instead, they just give some leeway. They can try to get close to 400 troy ounces, but it could be over or under a little bit. And they also have like the recommended dimensions, like 8 to 11 inches in length, the width of 2 to 3 inches, and the height of about 1 to 1.5 inches. So that is the bar there that they that's in the fund. Okay, so what did I do? This is a recap. On Wednesday, March 3rd, 2021, I bought 100 shares of IAU at 1633. And I'll just show you the chart here. And if you look here, here's March 3rd, and it was down at, it dropped below 1700 for a short time. So I bought 100 shares with like 1 ounce. Then a couple of days later, on March 8th, I bought another 25 shares. And then on March 9th, I sold. So I sold the 125 shares of IAU at 1636. Now, the reason I sold was because I wanted to switch over to GLDM. And but I didn't want to lose any money, so I waited until the price, when I saw the price was above what I paid for it on 3.9 on March 9th, I sold all the shares. I made about $10. It was nothing important. That's not where I sold it. So my plan then was to buy GLDM when the spot price went below 1700. So I waited, and sure enough, if you look at the chart again here, it went up after that, got over 1700. And then on March 30th, it dropped down to below 1700, and I decided to jump on it at that point. So what I did was, when it fell, I checked it was on Tuesday, March 30th, just after the market opened on 9:45, the spot price fell to 1684. And so I logged into the broker, and the bid and ask on the GLDM was 1675, 1676. So what I did was I placed a limit order to buy 25 shares of GLDM at 1676, and it executed within a minute. There's no commission. So my total cost was $419. So that's about equivalent to buying a quarter-ounce Troy Gold Eagle, same amount of gold, for $419. Now, at the same time, the quarter-ounce Gold Eagle was selling for $530 on APMEX. And I'll show you what it's selling for now. That was about a 25% premium. If you go over to APMEX now, here's the APMEX website, and you see the quarter-ounce Gold American Eagle. If you buy one, you get it for $547. So again, that's about a 25% premium. Now, there's other choices. You can get other things besides the Gold Eagle. For instance, I happen to like the Gold Philharmonic, and these are selling for, you get 2021 for, well, if you just buy one of them, $485.66. That's still about a 10% premium. So let's look at another one you can get. You can also buy older gold from like the Royal Mint. So here's a 1957, 1968 Great British Gold Sovereign, which is slightly less than a quarter ounce of gold. It's about 0.23 ounces, something like that. And that's $480. But again, it's still about a 10% premium. And I'm telling you, I'm going to wait till the premium goes to about 3%, because back in 2018, I bought a quarter ounce of gold, actually Gold Britannia, and I paid a 3% premium. So anyway, so here's my plan right now. I'll show you what my plan is. Is to buy a quarter of an ounce of gold each month. If it continues to fall, and I'll be averaging down the price. So after 1 year, I should have about 3 ounces of gold. But my actual goal is to accelerate that a little bit and try to get 3 ounces of gold by the end of the year. So by December 31st, have 3 ounces of gold, and I want the average cost to be about $1,600 per troy ounce. So that's my story here. I'm buying the Ersatz gold, and that's it. So here's, and by the way, tomorrow's Easter, so happy Easter.